Hey everybody, Mike Campbell with Rekluse here. Today we're going to be introducing our new APEX manual clutch technology for the V-twin market, and we are pumped to get this stuff out to you guys. So what is APEX? Well, APEX is Rekluse's first full manual performance system for the V-twin market, meaning it's going to include our fixed pin technology hub, our pressure plate. It's going to have 18 steel plates, 17 torque drive friction discs. It'll come with the steel sleeves for your basket. It'll also come with 2 different sets of pressure plate springs depending on what kind of power or clutch lever feel you're looking for. And then if you choose, you can add the basket to the package as well, but it's not needed for like a stock engine. So let's dive in a little bit deeper. What is fixed pin technology? Well, with our inner hub, we got an anodized billet hub here. We have put in steel pins that are coated, and we've fixed them to the inner hub. So compared to the OEM hub, the big benefit of having fixed pin technology is quite a few different things, but let's go over a couple of them. One, your steel plates, when they slide over these steel pins, it moves up and down very smoothly. So when you get oil in there, it's gonna move up and down. That way when you pull on that clutch lever, it's gonna disengage, you won't have that drag, but it's also gonna eliminate notching so that your inner hub, the steel plates can eventually start to notch into it. If you've had your bike long enough, got enough miles, you know, that makes it so you have to purchase a new inner hub. This eliminates that. You'll never have to purchase an inner hub again. Now with our patented fixed pin technology, what else is cool about this inner hub? We dramatically increase oil flow. That's getting right to where the heat's being generated. So in between each one of these seals, you'll see a big, large opening that allows oil to escape. So when you pull on that clutch lever, all the oil that's pooled up inside of here is gonna be escaping right to where the heat's being generated, in between those steel plates and friction plates. So that's what's gonna help keep the heat down. Also, with our fixed pin technology in this inner hub, we got a steel shaft that's inside of here. This is already red Loctited into place and torqued down, so it's ready to just drop right onto the shaft. With our hard anodized aluminum pressure plate, we went with a 6-spring design. That allows us to basically have endless spring options. So if you got a stock engine, you can have a very light clutch lever feel because the springs don't need to be very stiff. And then if you got an engine that you put all the money into and it's got all the power in the world, all we got to do is throw a little bit stiffer springs at it, and that's going to be able to handle it. It's extremely light and lots of it's an open flow design. So again, letting that oil escape from the inner hub, comes out the pressure plate, and just allows consistent oil flow through the whole system. And it all works together to create a system that keeps that heat down. With our pressure plate springs that we include, we also have spring retainers. And we really went into attention to detail with this. Our spring retainers, they don't look like much, but when you put these in here, what that allows is when you tighten this down and you're pulling in the clutch lever, when you normally have just a washer on top and a bolt, it's allowed to flex side to side. And that can actually rub the insides of your pressure plate. Well, with this spring retainer, it makes it so that when it's compressed and you're pulling the clutch lever, it only moves up and down. So you get a consistent clutch lever feel that never interferes with your pressure plate. Now, because we have this inner hub and pressure plate, we were able to really play with the amount of steels and fibers that we include in this kit. What we settled on was 17 torque drive friction plates and 18 steel plates. So you're gonna start with a steel plate on the bottom here. You're gonna alternate all your steels and fibers from there, going all the way up, and then you're gonna end with a steel plate on the top as well. What that does, a steel plate on the bottom and a steel plate on the top, it allows you to protect your investment. It's never gonna wear out this pressure plate, and it's never gonna wear out your inner hub. The torque drive friction discs that we include with this package are designed specifically for the V-twin market to help reduce drag, easier to find neutral, and help deliver that horsepower and torque performance that we're looking for. Inside this kit, you're gonna have 2 different sets of pressure plate springs. We got silver and we got red. Silver is the soft one, red is a little bit stiffer. And you can intermix the 2, so you can go all 6 silver, all 6 red, or you can go silver, red, and alternate them throughout the pressure plate here. Depending on how much horsepower or torque that your engine has will determine what pressure plate springs you can run. So say you got a stock engine, well, you can certainly run all 6 silver springs and it will lighten up your clutch lever by at least 30%. In some cases, it's even more. Because these plates are so thin, we do have to line your basket with steel sleeves. And so when you slide those in there, what that'll do is it'll protect your basket from notching. You won't have to worry about that. Now our clutch basket that we have here is quite a bit lighter than the OEM basket. Almost a pound lighter when everything's assembled, so less rotating mass. It can help your motorcycle shift smoother, easier to find neutral, but it's not 100% needed unless you're getting up over that 140 foot-pound mark. So if you got a 128 or a 131, that's the range where you really should start looking at getting a basket, because the OEM ones just can't handle that kind of power. That's when you really want to look at this. But even if you have a stock engine and you're not putting a bunch of money into it, it does enhance the performance of your current motorcycle in the stock platform. Mainly, it's going to help it shift smoother, easier to find neutral. Everyone knows that Harley clunk when you click it into gear. And when we make our basket, it's completely concentric. It's centered, so it spins completely true. That really helps that Harley clunk when you click it into gear. It's not nearly as a clunk. It's a little bit more of a click. So who did we make this for? Really, this is for everyone. It doesn't matter if you have a stock engine or a serious high-performing engine that you put all kinds of money into. With the stock engine, you can have a very soft clutch lever feel with great modulation on the clutch lever, all the way up to the high horsepower builds, where typically when you do a high horsepower build, usually your clutch lever gets pretty darn stiff. Not with this system. When you compare the APEX system to other high performance clutches on the market, what really separates it is the clutch lever feel. Whether you're at low RPM or high RPM, your clutch lever feel actually never changes. Where with other systems on the market, when you're at high RPM, specifically with lockup clutches, the clutch lever gets very hard or rock hard when you're at high RPM. You're not able to actually disengage at a high RPM. Where again, with the APEX system, you have the same clutch lever feel no matter what RPM you're at. The APEX system is available for popular twin cam and M8 applications. If you want to learn more, please visit Rekluse.com. We're excited to get this stuff out into your guys' hands.